There is no enjoying the possession of anything valuable unless one has someone to share it with. It is quality rather than quantity that matters. There is no genius without a touch of madness. While we wait for life, life passes. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. We shall never be ashamed of citing a bad author if the line is good. To be always fortunate and to pass through life with a soul that has never known sorrow, is to be ignorant of one half of nature. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them but because we had them. There is no easy way from Earth to the stars. They lose the day in expectation of the night, and the night in fear of the dawn. The greatest blessing of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. Only time can heal what reason cannot. Pleasure without books is death and burial of a man alive. Life is long if you know how to use it. The wish to be well is a part of becoming well. All cruelty springs from weakness. If we could be satisfied with anything, we should have been satisfied long ago. Everyone prefers belief to the exercise of judgment. You are lonely not because no one needs you, but because you care about who is next to you. The part of life we really live is small, for all the rest of existence is not life, but merely time. Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by rules as useful. We learn not in school, but in life. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so. We are not ill-provided, but use what we have wastefully. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. He who has injured thee was either stronger or weaker than thee. If weaker, spare him; if stronger, spare thyself. Suffers more than necessary, who suffer before it is necessary. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. If you live in harmony with nature, you will never be poor. If you live according to what others think, you will never be rich. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Whatever can happen at any time can happen today. When a person spends all his time in foreign travel, he ends by having many acquaintances, but no friends. No man is crushed by misfortune unless he has first been deceived by prosperity. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. He who is brave is free. What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. It does not matter how many books you have, but how good the books are. For man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favourable. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, that your needing is not to be in a different place but to be a different person. Gold is tested by fire, woman by gold and man by woman and suffering. The main feature of weak people is the fear of saying what you think is right. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. It is difficult to bring people to goodness with lessons, but it is easy to do so by example. This one thing make sure against your dying day, that your faults die before you do. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. Gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. The best ideas are common property. It is more civilized to make fun of life than to bewail it. Enjoy present pleasure in such a way as not to injure future ones. Often a very old man has no other proof of his long life than his age. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. No man was ever wise by chance. Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a pull. To win true freedom you must be a slave to philosophy. What really ruins our character is the fact that none of us looks back over his life. But life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present and fear the future. Associate with people who are likely to impress you. Life is like a play, it's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. Life is like a play, it's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. Most powerful is he who has himself in this own power. The sun also shines on the wicked. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness.